Hello and welcome to episode 5 of my FIFA 19 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. So last episode I started showing you my Player of the Month investments, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But since the last episode there's also been a few League SBCs released. We talked at the start of the game, at the start of the series, about me picking up silvers on open bid for minimum. And it's for these sort of things that was the reason I was doing it. I've really started focusing, as you just saw on screen, of getting the Chinese CSL League players for as cheap as possible for potential Chinese League SBC. I mentioned previously I wanted to do the Championship SBC for the Fernando Forestieri card, but I also think the Chinese reward could be really good. If you've watched my videos previously, you'll know I've been running Hulk, Talisca, Garin, Lavezzi, Alex Cesaria, Paulinho and co at various stages. So with players like that, Edo and Pato as well in the league, I think the reward for the CSL League could be really good. The big change in this episode is that I have changed formation and my team a bit. I wasn't feeling like I was doing too well in games in Division Rivals, so after packing untradeable Mendy and untradeable Aurier, I switched to a 4-2-3-1 formation. Immediately I felt like I was making more chances, but it could have been a one-off, so I played quite a few more Divisions Rivals games and I won the vast majority of them, quite convincingly in a lot of the games as well. Or at least having a lot more chances than I was creating in the 3-5-2. I thought the 3-5-2 would be more attacking, having 2 up front, a cam and 2 wide players, giving me basically 5 in attack. But I seem to be doing much better with the 4-2-3-1, even though it's a narrow formation. Mendy is a real beast, so it's good that I managed to pack him in one of the Champions League upgrade packs. And it's good I haven't got 100,000 coin player just sat on the bench anymore. Switching to 2 centre backs, I managed to sell Fernandinho as well for a little bit of profit. I think I might have shown him on my trade pile at the start of this video. I sold Hulk as well, as he was a right mid and doesn't fit into this formation. But he's in the team of the week with a central card, but he's very expensive. So if his price comes down a bit, we might be able to get him back into the team. I'm using Garin at cam at the minute for his excellent long shots and fantastic strength. Instructions wise, I think I've got all my depth and width set on 5 for the standard game plan. I'm on press after possession loss, and I have free roam instructions on all my cams and stay back on my CDMs. I don't have get forward instructions on my fullbacks, but I find Mendy and Aurier in particular bombing forward on almost all occasions when I've got the ball. Getting Aurier in a 2-player upgrade pack was pretty good because he gets the strong link to Eric Bailly, so that they're all on full chemistry. I'm either winning or scoring a fair few goals in most games now, and I think it's been going pretty well. This game that's on screen at the minute, I was actually 4-2 down at one point, and my defending is still absolutely atrocious. I need to stop trying to manually defend, because I think that's something I try to do and end up pulling my players out of position or going in for a tackle and it just ricochets back to the opposition. I think what most people do is let the AI defend for them, and I just have a real problem trying to remind myself to do that. I keep picking player switching and trying to win the ball back. One of the other things I want to mention is that I really don't want to get promoted. It might sound strange, but the sort of games I'm playing at the minute, I feel like the players are all on the same sort of level as me. They feel very balanced and they could go either way. And 32 to 44,000 coins I think it is for the difference between rank 3 and rank 2 in Division 5 for 1 week is a really nice reward. It's pretty easy, it seems, to get rank 3, so guaranteed 32,000 coins. But in the higher divisions, for the amount of points you need, the goals you need to score and the wins you need to pick up, I'm thinking I could lose interest in this game pretty quickly, coming up against people that treat every game like it's FUT Champions, or they're going to make it to the final of an esports tournament or something. At the moment in Division 5 it feels pretty chilled, not coming up against too many people who are really unsporting or act like you-know-whats. A few of them of course, but not too many, and with the absence of other tournaments and cups and the DKT and things like that this year, I think playing in the top divisions, sweating every game, just wouldn't be fun. With offline this year being so frustrating too, I'm not really sure what game mode I'd end up playing. In this game then it's on screen, I only managed to record a couple of games this last week, and this opponent I think rage quits in the first half at 2-0. The second goal coming up here for Guarin in the 9th minute to finish the game off. I took coins again in the Division Rivals rewards for this week, finishing rank 3 because I didn't play enough games really to get into any higher ranks above, and I think the coins are still for me the sensible option. I've been investing in informs and the CSL cards as I showed you at the start of the video, but rather worryingly on social media this week it appeared EA were handing out a large number of bans to people that say they were just trading this week. So it made me quite nervous when Hazard was confirmed as Player of the Month, and as I predicted, Cardiff and Bournemouth players were needed, as well as informs. Sometimes you have to think slightly outside the box. While everyone was picking up Belgians, I picked up Cardiff players. I did pick up Scotland and Iceland too, as you'll have seen in the previous video. Excuse me. But were not needed, but picking them up at minimum, I wouldn't lose anything by selling them on, or at least very little. So it's a low risk, which is the kind of investments I like. That's why I put so many coins into discarding forms. You can get rid of them at any time for the coins. I sold Otamendi and company before the Hazard Player of the Month announcements on hype for a tidy profit, and after the SBC was announced I sold my trade pile, as you've seen on screen, and the coin total now stands at 390,000 coins, around about there. I still have a few high rated players and some informs. I just don't know who to spend the coins on or how to spend them right now, and I'm thinking about maybe running 2 teams and alternating for fitness. This is something I haven't liked doing in the past, preferring to focus and get used to and learning just about one team, but maybe switching each game will work out in the long run. Generally running 2 teams hasn't really been beneficial for me in the past, but we'll see. I was also quite tempted by Bobby Moore, his baby icon, but currently it would mean having one of my defenders off chem, so I'd maybe have to get an English right back. I guess it would be Kieran Trippier or Kyle Walker. So that Mendy at left back is really too good to replace right now. He's really performing well for me. But anyway, that's it for now. I hope your investments, if you had any, paid off, and until next time, thanks very much for watching. Bye.